Minecraft achievements are challenges that increasingly get more difficult as the game progresses. But while some of them may seem easy on the surface, other secret achievements have evolved to be nearly impossible, many of which end up forcing actual speedrunners to completely restart their speedruns. So, using speedrunners' input, we're going to be taking a look at Minecraft's hardest achievement for every update. And in order to do that, we would need to start at the beginning. So let's start with the hardest achievement from Minecraft version 1.0 to 1.6. Now, unlike modern achievements, the hardest achievement from the early stages of Minecraft was kind of easy, and is one you're definitely familiar with, called The End. All the player had to do was kill the Ender Dragon, but at the time, with the limited resources of the earlier versions, this was actually quite difficult. It also didn't help that players at the time didn't know much about the mechanics of the game. So if they were ever hit up in the air by the Ender Dragon, instead of MLGing with a water bucket, they were probably just screwed. So this was definitely the hardest achievement to complete at the time. But achievements wouldn't stay this straightforward for long, because in Minecraft version 1.7 in 2013, the hardest achievement became the Beaconator achievement. Now you're thinking, yeah, Baconator, right? Quiet. The Beaconator achievement actually promotes the idea of a fully maxed out beacon. What exactly is a fully maxed out beacon? Well, it's a beacon placed on top of 164 blocks of either emerald, gold, iron, or diamond. That's not even taking into account that you still have to kill the Wither to even get the beacon. So this is definitely a step up from the last achievement, but trust me, this is literally a cakewalk in comparison to this next achievement. The hardest achievement in Minecraft version 1.8 in 2014 required the player to visit all 38 biomes and was called Adventuring Time. Now this might not sound complicated, but at the time this achievement was so difficult that in order to complete it, you needed to find the rarest subset biomes you've probably never even heard of. Like, you had to find a super rare biome called Modified Jungle Edge. Are you kidding me, bruh? But it was required to go to just to get the achievement, which, because of how rare the biome was, made players not even want to attempt completing it. This achievement is obviously super difficult, but it was after this version where Mojang ran into its first big achievement problem. You see, in Minecraft version 1.9 to 1.11 in 2016, Mojang made an achievement literally impossible to complete, and it was called Overpowered. When it was actually added in Minecraft 1.8, it was formerly not that complicated to complete. All you had to do to get this achievement was craft an enchanted golden apple, which, yeah, sure, you still needed 8 golden blocks and an apple to craft it, but in comparison to the previous hardest achievements, this one shouldn't even make the list. Until Mojang removed the ability to craft an enchanted golden apple. So yeah, that achievement became literally impossible to complete. So while this is actually hilarious, because the achievement became unobtainable without glitches, literally everything about achievements would change in the next update. Also, if you're enjoying this video, could you just consider subscribing? I'm really close to hitting 30k so I can get high pixel rank. Anyways, in Minecraft version 1.12 in 2017, achievements were renamed to advancements, and the new hardest advancement was called How Did We Get Here? At the time, in order to complete it, you needed to get every single potion effect in Minecraft at the same time, including things like Wither Effect or Mining Fatigue. I mean, that's just actually insane. And that's not even considering this is a secret advancement that doesn't even show up in the menu. Imagine just being the guy who gets this advancement on accident. Like, oops. My bad. And while this advancement is deemed by many speedrunners that it's the hardest in the game, this advancement is just a fraction of the difficulty of what it would evolve to in the later versions. But let's talk about the advancements that are still debated to rival its difficulty. Because after version 1.12 was version 1.13 in 2018 that introduced one of the hardest achievements called Very, Very Frightening. Now, in order to complete this advancement, you need to get a trident. which is difficult, enchant it with channeling, which is also difficult, and then throw it at a villager to make lightning strike and turn it into a witch. What makes this advancement more difficult than every other one is that this one requires immense luck. You see, in order for channeling on a trident to work and strike lightning, you need a thunderstorm, which can take literal hours to happen. So because of this, players who speedrun all the advancements sometimes have to reset their entire speedrun if they don't get a thunderstorm fast enough. I'm not the type to reset though, because they say 99% of gamblers stop right before their big win. But this advancement easily has the potential to be one of the most frustrating, but not as frustrating as this next advancement. Version 1.14 through 1.16 in 2019 added the advancement called a complete catalog, which required you to tame every single cat variant. Now this doesn't sound that bad, but not only is it hard to find a black cat, which only spawns on full moons or in swamp huts, but one of the cat variants called the jelly cat used to have a completely bugged spawning rate. At the time, they were rumored to only spawn in a village at random. I mean, imagine searching village after village only to find nothing. Like, you've gotta be kidding me. But overall, the luck and bugginess of this advancement arguably made it even more difficult than the last one. But all this considered, Mojang just didn't care, because it got even worse in the next version. The 1.17 to 1.20 update in 2021 added an advancement called Light as a Rabbit, which required you to walk on powdered snow with leather boots. Only problem, powdered snow didn't naturally generate yet, so Bro Mojang, what is your problem? Like, the only way to complete this advancement was by using a cauldron in a snowy biome while it rains and to have it fill all the way up to create powdered snow you can walk on. And according to speedrunners, this process can easily take hours depending on the rain. This advancement is easily way too difficult for its own good, but this brings us to the hardest advancement in all of Minecraft. An advancement so difficult that it forces almost every speedrunner to completely restart their speedrun. But first, for literally 30 seconds, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University. A university with one of the largest accredited non-profit online degree offerings in the country. SNHU offers a game development program where you'll learn 3D modeling and texturing with game art software, and it's radically affordable. Their online tuition rates are some of the lowest in the nation. If you're interested in learning more, go to snhu.edu/Beary and request free information about the program. Anyways, back to the hardest advancement in all of Minecraft. And while I already briefly mentioned it, it got 1,000 times harder, borderline impossible. The advancement, how did we get here? Now, in 1.12, you mostly just needed potion effects to get this advancement, but as the updates continue to go on, this would completely change. Because in 1.21, you now not only need all the potion effects, but you need Dolphin's Grace, Slow Falling, Conduit Power, Bad Omen, Hero of the Village, Darkness from a Warden, Levitation from a Shulker, and even Trial Omen. I mean, how is this even possible? This would basically mean that you need to condense locations from all over a Minecraft world, including the end dimension, to just one area in order to get every single effect at the same time. This advancement is without question flat out ridiculous. And those are the hardest achievements in Minecraft. But for me, it's actually pretty easy. So you just take these potions and then you just get it from the warden. Okay, well maybe it's not that easy.